guys, welcome again to another episode of Z.M.S.C Model Works. Today we're going to actually be reviewing the Tamiya 1 and 24 scale Silvia K. So this is a fairly simple rolling chassis, meaning that there's no actual engine detail for what's in it besides underneath on the chassis. So we'll just take a quick look here at the instruction manual. It's a usual Tamiya fashion, fairly simple, all one page. Starts you off with the chassis, because there is no engine, and then moves into all of the body work after the fact. And it's a fairly well detailed kit, for the exterior at least, all nice and crisp. The only thing here is, which is interesting, is some of the paint mixtures, which are down here, are a mix of quite a few of the Tamiya paints. Now, interestingly enough, the blue and the light green that are present are used with the chrome silver that they have, and some of the clear paints as well. So that'll be interesting to try. However, I won't be using the chrome silver for this. We'll be using zero paint silver, which is a bit of a finer metallic. So again, very nice detail in the instructions, very simple in true Tamiya fashion, which is nice. So go ahead and looking in the box here, we've got 3 or 4 bags in the kit, and we'll just go one by one, starting with the body bag, which contains both the body and the decal sheet. Just get in closer here. Have a look at the decals. They're all in very, very sharp register, as well as the gauges. Let's see if you can get a little closer. So you can see here they give the options for the right hand and left hand drive, as this kit offers both, as well as Japanese license plates and the Nissan Silvia ones. So very, very nice. And then some silver details as well. With the body, again, the hood is molded into the body because there is no actual engine detail. Some nice panel lines. The bumper is all molded in one piece, so that might present some problems when painting, trying to get under the lip here and on the front bumper, as well as trying to put in the detail for the headlights and reflectors. But no, there's the, which I think Tamiya is pretty brilliant for, is normally the mold seams that you get on the front of kits usually run on the sides of the bumper and then right down through the front of the bumpers. But here we can see it's kind of the only real place here is in between the hood and the or on the front fenders. There's just that little spot that we have to pick up. Other than that, it's molded right onto the delineation line between the front bumper and the front fender, and then it runs along the hood line here. Moving up to the tops of the roof, we do have that mold seam line that does run up and along here on both sides, but it's fairly light and it's going to be easy to get rid of. Window frames and whatnot are all nicely detailed, nice and crisp. And then moving on to the bumper section here, again, that mold line actually carries along the bumper, and it does show on the bumper line here, but other than that, it's going to be fairly easy to remove just with some light sanding and filler. So a very nice, clean body for us to work with. So that's the body and the decal sheet in bag one. Second bag here, we've got the tires. Let's take these out for me here. So very nice tread pattern. Little to no flash along the center of the tire seam. And then we also got some nice branding going on. We've got the Bridgestone logo, and then we've also got the tire brand and model here along the side, which is very, very nice detail. And you got 4 tires, and then you've also got your bag of the tire plugs, or the poly caps that are usually a staple of Tamiya when they're putting in their wheels. So very nice there. Moving on to the third bag. We've got our clear parts. So some very nice clear parts going on here, as well as, I don't know if you can see, but there's the that sort of frosted detail as well as the clear detail, and that's a good indicator for where you should be putting your window masks for the window trim. And bring it in a little closer here for our tail light. As you can see, all the detail and Silvia logos are nicely molded in place. And then the same thing for the tail lights and the outer portion of the turn signals as well. You get some very nice clear parts, as you can see. And then we've also got the window heating detail here on the rear window. I'll just put that back in the bag so we don't scratch anything up. And then finally, our big bag of sprues for the main chassis and the interior. So just start with the exterior of the vehicle and some of the, so this is the rear portion inside of the interior of the car where the speakers are. They've got the spoiler here with a third brake light option, if you can see that. Very nice. And then we've got the wheels, the rims, sorry. Pick it up. I also have some very nice detail here on the inside. It says Nissan, so a little bit of a wash in there, and that should pop that detail right out. And these are all nicely molded wheels. Then on the back sides as well. So you could probably just paint the inside of that black, and then paint the outside of this that kind of matte silver color. As I said, this is a kind of a showroom rolling frame. So we've got the engine detail, and all this is the only engine detail that we have. So we can see that this is the turbocharged version, and it's got some nice belt detail. Nice, meaning barely any. And then the floor, the actual chassis itself. We've got the seats here, which have a little bit of flashing that need to be cleaned up on the sides. Quite nice though. And then we've got suspension components as well. Then we also have here the left and right hand side options for the shifter boot and the e-brake. And then we've got the front suspension arms and the front suspension as well as the brace. And very little mold seams on the front brace to clean up, so that's good. And then the final sprue we have is our rear shocks and shock absorbers. Have the exhaust. Then we've got the wipers here, which are fairly neatly detailed. That might warrant a photo etch update set, but that's still very, very nice and sharp for the level of detail that it is. Got the interior tub here for the inside of the car. That might present some challenges with the inside of the edges here, but it's all going to be one color, so we're not going to worry about that. Then we've got our brakes here. Fairly simple. You're not really going to see it through those rims, but if you do decide to go aftermarket, then it might be something to look at, is getting a brake photo etch kit. Then again, we've got a very, very nicely detailed front and rear, or sorry, left and right dashboards for left and right hand drive. Some very fine detail going on for the radios and the climate control system, as well as the main dash, and with that dashboard decal that will represent the main gauge cluster. That's going to be very, very nice should you take photos before you close up the interior. I've got the rear frame here. I believe that's I think that's the front frame. Yeah, this might be the actual front support. The other one was the rear support, so that's my mistake. Steering wheel, quite nice and sharp. Going to have some flashing on the edge that you're going to have to remove, but no biggie. And then the steering column, rear differential with the drive line added, and then your license plate holders. So very well engineered, very well detailed rolling frame kit from Tamiya on the this is the S13K. This, I believe, was the Japanese version with the monotone, or the mono headlight kind of glass mounted. It's an import car guru, so I'm not 100% sure, but this is the Nissan Silvia K's in 1/24 scale from Tamiya. I hope this was a helpful in-box review, but stay tuned because we will be doing a build on this. So when that happens, we'll see you guys then, and thanks for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, and let me know what you think, and I hope you guys have a good day.